It seems like a new person comes up with a number every day that says XRP will be worth $50,000. Since they've been building there for over 10 years, these people are different from everyone else. It makes you wonder if they know something we don't. Is there data and information in this movie that could help us figure out why XRP is worth more now? I'm going to throw a lot of information at you in this movie. After seeing this movie, you'll know exactly where we'll be in a few years. Bloomberg says that an XRP spot ETF will soon get a 95% of people in the US like it. First, listen to this clip. Then I'll tell you some facts. Bloomberg says that 11 XRP ETF applications are still being worked on in the US with the SEC. Now, experts say there's a 95% chance that at least one will be accepted. I spoke with people at Bank of America again last night, and I can say for sure that these ETFs will be cleared. Okay, this guy knows people who are sure it will pass this year. Here are the most important things we've learned about the ETF's approval. SEC list of due dates. Several XRP spot ETF apps, from Rex Osprey to Gayscale to 21 Shares to Bitwise, are being looked at by the SEC. The SEC has until October 2025 to decide what to do about these important papers. Some people thought that the SEC would make a big choice in July 2025, but new information shows that they have put it off. It looks like a choice will be made by October 2025. Trend analysts now say there is a 95 to 98% chance that XRP will be accepted right away by the end of 2025. Now, let's go. This is a clip I use in a movie I posted yesterday. It talks about where we are now and what good things people are hearing about XRP on CNBC right now. We'll then look at all of these data points to see where they really lead us. As stated, Damchu has the ETF edge today. Yes, this week is the 10th anniversary of cryptocurrencies, and the White House wants people to use them. Cryptocurrencies are going through a lot right now. Sal Gilberty is here to talk with me. He is the president and CEO of Ethereum Trading. It's interesting how things have changed. You are a company that takes care of a number of ETFs. XRP, on the other hand, is tied to the value of a Bitcoin. Could you tell us how interested buyers are in XRP and a used tool that goes with it? Thanks, Don. A lot of people are interested in XRP. Now I understand why they call it the XRP Army. We set up this fund. I can't believe 16 weeks have passed already and so much money has come in. The money is now coming in by the hundreds of millions. This fund has helped us the most. Funny, but we were 16 years old today when I became the owner of the business. It's something we've never seen before. What did you do? Because most of the things you sell have to do with farming, and now you want to get into cryptocurrency, especially XRP. What did they plan to do? Yes, we have filed for Bitcoin before and we are interested in them. That is, I'm interested in XRP, and I didn't have any XRP on me when I saw the chance to file and get it accepted. I held swaps instead, which would let us use it as collateral and give buyers what they want. They clearly want power. When we saw a great symbol that said double XRP or XXRP, it took off. It sold out right away and became a big hit. If you look at business and the flow of money, what do you think will happen next in the crypto world that is ready for even more? We don't need to talk now, somewhere else. It's clear that these things need a lot of people who can trade stocks, other securities and derivatives. We now know that XRP is the best option for companies right now. Solana wants to know more about 5 ETFs. There are XRP and other XRP things worth more than 10 at the XRP spot. It must be 10 or 15 now. Quite a few people are interested right now. We can now look at some information about the Canadian spot ETF. Let's take a look at what those ETFs have done in the past few weeks. 3iQ Spot XRP ETF went from taking care of $23 million in assets in 3 days to more than $50 million by the middle of July. This is the biggest XRP ETF in North America. The Canadian Spot XRP ETF M8 York isn't very big yet, but it's getting bigger quickly. As of the first month, all 3 goods were in charge of accounts or assets worth close to $100 million. The US and Canadian markets are clearly not at all the same. People in the US really like this, but there is a lot more cash in New York and other places like it than in Canada. So other places of work, right? BlackRock and other big names may be looking at the Canadian market. They can already see that there are smart people who would pay a lot of money to tell them what to do. Not long ago, I'm sure people said in meetings, "Hey, there's a lot of demand for XRP products. It looks like we should get this in order." Do not forget that BlackRock takes care of the world's biggest investments. They only need to ask, put pressure on, and call a friend to get something done. It will be taken right away. Since July 25, the SEC has not yet given the go-ahead for a spot XRP ETF in the US. We've already talked about how likely it is that this will happen. It was thought that the US could see between 1 and 2 billion XRP soon after start, but those numbers may have been too low. Some experts say it will be between 3 and 8 billion in the first year. Now this 8.4 million was put together by professionals at JP Morgan. I think I remember that. I don't need to get it then. That's pretty cool, right? If we got 8.5 billion in the first year, that's pretty close to 10 billion. When we look at market cap factors between 100x and 500x, we can see that XRP is worth a lot of money. Let me show you what this will look like. Let's go. There's already enough news for us. Let us look at the amounts and the truth. I've shown you a few movies about market cap factors in the past on the left. The market cap moves because new money is coming into XRP. In the past, every new dollar brought in 100 to 600 times the market value. That is usually what has happened. Let's take a look at that. This led to a rise in XRP's market value, which rose from 53.8x to 60.47x by June 2025. That's the number right now. This number is going to drop a lot as more value is added to the chain. Right now, Bitcoin is worth about $2.5 trillion. At least for XRP, they are still seeing a 70x growth. In the first few trillions, there will be some kind of very high and rare market cap multiple. Let's look at the numbers now. 10 billion, go after JP Morgan. They may have said it could reach $8.3 billion in the first year. It's harder to figure out 8.3 billion, so I think we should look at 10 billion instead. Find out. Your market value would be $1 trillion if it went up 100 times. If you raised it 200 times, you'd reach 2 trillion. XRP would be worth $5 trillion if its value went up by 500 times, or 10 billion. All of these people are telling you that your market value will never get to $1 trillion. This can't cost money. It looks like those people don't get it. It's hard to sell most of these crypto things. They're moving a small amount of money, so huge amounts of money coming in or going out can change the market cap in a big way. We already know that $150 billion worth of Bitcoin has been used in spot ETFs over the last few years. Let's begin to make this bigger. You'll start to think about this in a few years. Okay, can XRP get to $100 billion or $200 billion? Bitcoin is going to be worth $500 billion. Lots of people are putting their 401k IRA and other savings into ETFs these days. This means that the demand for them will quickly hit $1 trillion. With the same numbers, the market value at $25 billion is $250 trillion. $5 trillion and $12 trillion, which equals $50 trillion. When you look at the same types of market caps at $100 billion, remember that we don't know when these sizes will not be as important. Allow me to say that. It's hard to say right now, but you'd be at a 10 trillion. On the market, XRP is worth 20 trillion, which is 50 trillion. These are the costs. These are the prices if you use a moving supply of 59 billion.